Diesel exhaust fluid, or DEF, is used with diesel engines to reduce the amount of regulated emissions produced. The DEF system must be maintained for the vehicle to run correctly. The DEF tank holds 5.3 gallons of fluid, and a full DEF tank will last for several thousand miles depending on vehicle usage. The DEF fill is located under the hood on the passenger side at the back of the engine compartment. Look for the blue cap. When adding DEF to an empty or very low tank, always add at least 2 gallons to release the vehicle from any speed limitation. Do not overfill the DEF tank. Stop when the fluid reaches the top of the fill pipe. If you spill DEF on the vehicle while filling the tank, rinse the area with water and wipe the surface with a damp cloth. Clean up small spills on the ground by absorbing with dry earth, sand, or other non-combustible material and scoop into a container for disposal. While DEF is not listed as a hazardous waste by the federal government, please use proper disposal methods. Should the DEF tank start to run low while you're driving the vehicle, the onboard electronic warning system will alert you. As the fluid level drops, warnings will be displayed in the Driver Information Center, or DIC. These messages will begin at approximately 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers of range remaining. At approximately 300 miles, 500 kilometers of range remaining, which requires driver acknowledgement, and below 300 miles of range remaining. Now, these messages will appear every time the vehicle is started and display the specific distance to empty. When the range is down to 75 miles, a message appears that warns the driver that the exhaust fluid is now low and that vehicle speed will be limited soon. This message appears every time the vehicle is started. If the DEF tank becomes empty, warning lights and/or chimes provide warnings, and the DIC displays a series of messages that alert the driver to an upcoming restriction, as well as when the restriction has begun. After the transition to 65 miles per hour is complete, the DIC displays these messages. At this point, the DEF tank must be refilled. With 75 miles, the truck will be limited to 4 miles per hour. At this point, at least 2 gallons of fluid must be added to release the vehicle from this 4 mile per hour speed limitation.